Hello, good morning. I'm Luciano Ruas, Brazilian pianist talking, and today we are going to talk about the chromatic passages in the Brazilian melodic the Brazilian melodic language. Here in this channel we always are talking about the Brazilian accent in improvisation, okay? Then the first thing I want to say about this subject is that the Brazilian music doesn't use so many chromatic passages, alright? They aren't like jazz. We avoid some chromatic designs in our phrasing because our songs, our traditional songs, use a very few of them. Understand? I'm gonna show a very good example of chromatic use in Brazilian music. That is the song Tico Tico no Fubá. Let me show you. Here we have just the note. I go through a chromatic half tone lower and return to the note of the chord, okay? This kind of chromatic approximation, it's very common like that. We are in A minor. We can do this. Playing the note and returning, making the one note lower, half tone lower, and return to the note, okay? These endings are very common also. Here we are taking the fifth of the chord and going to the third. There is one song called Flor Amorosa, one of the first choros that is composed. And it starts with G, the chord of G, with this passage. It's very common also. These passages are common in choro, I can say frevo, and another traditional Brazilian styles. Alright, let's continue talking about the Tico Tico no Fubá. Look, we have two of the same passages. We are going to choose B7 and doing the same kind of passage. Look. and the other notes are just notes from the arpeggio and notes from the scale of the chord, okay? We don't have chromatic passages in this part. After that you have the big section. Just one chromatic passage and in B minor. This kind of preparation to start phrases is very common. Let's, for example, play in this section that almost doesn't have chromatic passages. Let's try to put some of them. Let's do one more time. The second time, I could do more Brazilian chromatic passages, okay? Trying to continue. In this scale part, let me the chromatic passage is being used to complete a scale. Okay, he's going to do a movement with up and down movement, and when it finishes, we have to finish our phrase at the end in the note of the chord, in the chord's note. All right. Do again. If I wanna try to do another kind of improvised scales, sometimes we have to use the chromatic movement to adapt the phrase for it finishes in the chord note, okay? I'm sorry. I'm gonna show you the chromatic motion. I'm sorry. Look this. Let's see the last part of this choro. Look again, this same type of chromatic passage. Look how it's common. This, and always starting with. This is very good for starts and endings of Brazilian phrase. I'm gonna try to use more of this phrase, chromatic phrase, in the C section of this composition, okay? Let's join some more. Look, I did more times. I thought, I can edit this video and do all the phrases with a good sound. But if you realize, the more I do, the more musical the phrases sound. At the first try, I didn't got a good sound. My phrases were a little strange, but in the second time it started to sound better. Let's do one more time just to hear if it gets even better. One more time. Okay, let's try to use in this C section the same chromatic motion I showed at the beginning of this live. I'm forcing these ideas. If I would improvise, I wouldn't think in them all the time. But I did, for example, we don't need to do all this exercise in all music, in all songs we play. We have to choose one song, do a lot, and it is going to improve the other songs we play. If you realize, sometimes the ideas weren't perfect, but they are helping me to get better in the language in this song, for example. But if I would improvise properly, I wouldn't be worried in doing some specific material. Just if I internally hear it, okay. But for example, if I would improvise in this C section, I would go freely, thinking in other Brazilian things, I think. If you have realized there was one bird, like the Chico Chico. Chico Chico, for who doesn't know, is a bird. Let me show one more improvise using try to force some chromatic movement. The second chromatic movement. Thank you, Maria Helena, for coming and watching. These were the chromatic movements at the choro. Okay, if you like this video, share with another musicians. I'm Luciano Ruas. talking about the Brazilian accent improvisation. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.